that in fact the Canadian Army has been in war zones since the Gulf War in 1991. We have been taking casualties in the hundreds, thousands if we look at the psychological casualties over the last 15 years. Afghanistan is not a change, although perceived as such. Afghanistan is at the upper spectrum of conflict resolution. Haiti is at the lower spectrum of conflict resolution. But it's not peacekeeping, and at the other end, it's not war, in the classic sense. But it is use of force. If we went into Darfur, we would have to use force and be prepared. And the UN has even given the mandate to that UN force that it can use force to protect the 2.5 million people. If we went into the Congo, we'd have to use force and fight. And so we have moved out of the era of classic war and classic peacekeeping. We're in an era of conflict resolution at a whole spectrum of use of force, and how that force, with nation builders and development people and diplomats, try to reconstitute, help rebuild those nations, and give them an opportunity of good governance, rule of law, human rights, gender equality. That's what we're into. And the Army has not changed. During the Cold War, when peacekeeping was at its height, it was only 3% of the activities we did. 97% was preparing to fight the Russians in Europe in a classic war. That's what we did. Warrior, fundamental combat with some peacekeeping. Well, today, the two are mixing into some new arena for which we're not too sure all the rules and how, in fact, to solve it. And that's why we have found ourselves in a conflict.